installment of 7th chords on the middle 4 sets of strings. Okay, I always like to do a recap. Okay, so what we have learned in the first lesson, right? Blues in D at the 5th position. Okay, and then when you go to the 5/7 chord, A7, G7, D7, and A7 again. Okay, we're going to go to the next position, G7, okay, A7, alright, now for this week's lesson we're going to be starting on around the 9th to the 13th fret. Okay, right, the interesting thing about blues and 7th chords, right? Okay, this is, let's organize them. Let's call them, this is the 3rd voicing. The 3rd voicing and the 1st voicing actually use the same chords but just in a different order, or rather the same shapes but in a different order. Okay, so let us begin with this shape. Okay, this will be our 1 shape in this position. Okay, if you notice, right, when 2 weeks ago, when starting in the 5th position, this is actually the shape for the 4 chord, but here this will be our 1 chord. Okay, now when we go to our 4th chord, which is our G7, we go to this shape, which you know previously is your 1st chord, right? So go back to G7, G7. Okay, so when we go to the A7, we use the same shape but just on the 12th fret. Skip forward to the 5/7 chord, back to the 1. Alright, so by now you'd be able to develop an ear for the blues in D. So let's play all 3. The important part here, you want to try to keep strict voice leading. So you don't want to do quick jumps like from here. Okay, because the top note, just listen to the top note. Okay. You want to try to keep the voicings, as in the notes in the voicings, to shift close by. Okay, this is the essence of voice leading. I'll put a link on the description about what voice leading is about. You can actually visit that lesson over there. But as much as you can, try to keep them nearby. Okay, so this week's lesson is on the 10th, 11th, and 12th frets. This week's lesson. I will be back next week to finish up this one more group of voicings. So keep on practicing, right? Take your time. Right? Nobody learns at the same pace. Everybody has their own pace of learning, right? So don't feel bad if it's taking you a bit longer or not. I'll see you next week.